Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Star Ladder Season 9 China. It's our second Winners Bracket Round 1 match. I'm your host, LD of Beyond the Summit. I'm joined here today by my main man, Winter. Winter, DK now leading 1-0, not a result that we were really expecting.
Yeah, that game was like really bleak for them after two of the cores died without buyback, but somehow we have to re-evaluate Santo as a carry late game.
We really do. I have not seen him go that late before, but he was right-clicking hard. He was winning man fights with Spectre.
You remember the shit you guys made me feel in about Santo, the carriness of Santo, 1 to 5. I think I just feel him like around mediocre or something. I guess I have to change that.
Maybe you do, but with that being said, the draft is underway, so we're going to go ahead and hop on into it. This is game number 2 of a best of 3, and currently DK, oh, we got our sides wrong here, but they are leading 1-0. So the Shadow Shaman, which got through last game, or was banned last game rather, along with Ancient Apparition, also banned in game number 1. Both strong support slip through. Instead, Invoker gets the ban, which is interesting. I thought Newbee dealt with the Invoker really well. They shut Ice down for like 50% of that game. After like the 30-minute mark, he didn't do much.
Yeah, but the presence of him, like, he's still a hero that does a lot. Like with his Sunstrike, the global presence and the flexibility of the hero. Even though he had a bad game, I still think that hero is a very strong hero at the current patch. He deserves to be either picked in the first phase or banned in the first phase.
Yeah, and no surprise to anyone, Ancient Apparition comes off the board here. And looking at Newbee, they tend to prefer more like traditional hard carries for Hao. We've seen him on Anti-Mage, Spectre. We haven't seen him as much on fighting heroes lately. Like we haven't seen a whole lot of Weaver for him or Lifestealer. Do you think Newbee should change things up? Should we see like Moo on something like well, maybe not a Storm with this early Shadow Shaman pick, but just more of an aggressive solo mid? Should Newbee change their strat, or do you just think it came down to the throwing, where they were like diving the fountain with a no buyback with DK and Spectre and just overextending and misplaying it late game?
Well, for that matter, you could actually say that if DK didn't lose Weaver burning at the start of the first 10-15 minutes, he had 2 deaths. If he didn't have that 2 deaths, probably Newbee was already going to get pushed down very early. So it was also it goes both ways. Newbee made mistakes, but DK made their fair share of mistakes as well.
Centaur now the pick from DK, so they go for the Ice offlaner. Well, maybe the Mushi offlaner, but no Invoker pick, so we'll probably see Ice on it.
And there's only one other hero that Ice plays that Mushi doesn't play, which is the Lone Druid. So if that's the only case, that's the only other case where Mushi is gonna play Centaur.
Well, if they pick Lone Druid, I feel like it'd be Burning who plays it anyway.
Yeah,
so.
True.
When is the last time we've not seen Ice on like an actual proper farmer in quite a while. I haven't seen his Prophet or Lone Druid.
Invoker is a
kind of
farmer.
Yeah, not as much of like a. I mean, Ice does tend to carry on Invoker, but it's more of like a tempo controller who uses farm well, whereas like Prophet more of a pure farmer.
Timbersaw a proper farmer? Yes. No?
Yeah, but he fights a lot. It's not like a split push ratty kind of farmer, I guess is what I'm getting at here.
There's only one guy who fits that role, dude. Red split pusher, There's only one hero that does that. It's the Prophet. And they don't really I don't think they have been using Prophet a lot. They like every time they rather have Ice on something else, more of like I would say recently it was Invoker that he's been playing a lot. Other than Invoker, I've seen what else has he played actually? I think a lot of Invoker games, that's about it. And Darkseer?
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, we haven't seen much Darkseer either.
5 seconds remaining.
I know the last few games was he was either playing Centaur or he was playing Invoker.
Lifestealer comes off the board, so Newbee they'll go more aggressive here with the carry pick. I mean, something I'd mentioned that it feels like they've been playing Hao more on these kind of 4 protect 1 carries, but this time around they'll put him on a more aggressive one. Now the main question is, what's the vehicle going to be? They banned the vehicles, so are they just skipping it entirely?
Oh yeah, that's actually really
very unusual.
Really weird. Yeah, they banned out the vehicles and they picked the passenger. The passenger doesn't have a taxi now, but the passenger is good against the position 3 late game carry Centaur.
5 seconds remaining.
He has a lot of HP, so your feast works great against him.
Yeah, There's a bit of a lack of lockdown for Stampede, though. I mean, there's only really the Alk stun here, so that's where Open Wounds, Lifestealer match up if it comes to a man fight, but the Centaur won't be expected to win a 1v1 against Lifestealer, that's for sure.
I'm thinking what sort of lockdown they would want to have. At the moment, it seems more likely they'll run the Alchemist as a solo mid position. I think they would prefer to run the Alchemist that role instead of the support role, since it builds him into something like a carry role as well. So they have two semi carries now. Maybe you can even consider Lifestealer a super late carry, but I feel like Lifestealer, you can use him as a semi carry. He fights very early, doesn't need too many items, and they just need at the moment lockdown. Maybe even a Beastmaster type. Beastmaster would be a very shell 8 hero on the offlane, but it will be all melee heroes, I guess, if they do that.
Yeah.
All melee calls everywhere.
I think I saw Shao 8 play Darkseer one game, but that's about it. Not really a go-to hero for him.
TA will be really effective against the Lifestealer, take away the armor, and the refraction charges will be really good against him.
There's also a Weaver out there, and there's not much lockdown for a Weaver either right now.
You mean Weaver for Newbee?
No, for DK. For Burning.
For DK.
Good against Lifestealer, not many stuns, no pop.
I feel like I have this hinge where they want to pick Slada TA Centaur against the Lifestealer would be a really good combination.
The Bash Bros, just blink in and start crushing.
Yeah, and amplify damage plus Mel Strike. The Lifestealer is gonna die without armor.
Veno the choice for Newbee now, so they get themselves a lot of nuke damage, but this is a lineup that does not look very strong against BKBs, and they are also lacking stuns, and that's where the Weaver comes into play. I'm a little worried for Newbee. If they don't have a strong start, they do have this very good combo of Ancient Apparition ult, Veno ult, but that's where DK can just look to pick up BKBs on their Weaver, their TA, and Newbee are just, they have no way to deal with it. No way to deal with BKBs.
Even the Centaur can build a BKB and they're just gonna run in with 3 BKBs and your supports can't do anything to him. But I feel like that's the point where you need something like a Beastmaster, a stun lock that goes through BKB and a stun that's gonna initiate and start the fights for their team.
Now, Bounty Hunter the ban. Something that maybe Newbee would look to run, because their lineup does feel a bit more snowball-y.
Wow. They're actually going to go for the global vehicle, but not as effective as any other vehicles like a Puck or a Storm.
Okay, well, see, here's the thing. This combo cannot gank Weaver, unless they have a Hex, which they're not going to have for a long time.
And they can't actually really fight. I mean, they can't really actually gank early on, apart from just waiting for the Alchemist to be higher level with having more points in their concussion. It looks like they're going to play a bit more...
You know Winter?
I guess the red right now, because Alchemist will be one lane, Lifestealer will be one lane, Prophet will be one lane, and the supports, Veno, can jungle very easily.
You know, honestly, I'm looking at this draft, and I'm just thinking that Newbee are really counting on the Ancient Apparition to get them through the mid-game. Like, he's got to get a quick level 6. That's their only easy way to secure kills on cores. Otherwise, I don't see them killing Weaver. I think they're going to have a hard time killing this TA, unless the supports happen to be there. Like the Veno, the Alk, as the solo mid, maybe. But if it's just Prophet Lifestealer on the ganks, they need this Ancient Apparition to be playing like a sniper and just landing every single ult, or they're just not going to get kills.
I think that's another thing that he needs to do as well. Maybe this game, he has to prioritize the cold feet.
Cold feet over Chilling Touch, you're saying?
At least over Vortex. Maybe he can max the Chilling Touch first, then get the cold feet later, instead of like what they usually do, max Vortex, max Chilling Touch, and you just get cold feet right at the end.
Yeah, I don't know. Vortex is... I'm not really... I guess they have a lot of magic damage, but I just feel like the Chilling Touch and actual stun that you can get from Cold Feet just offer you so much more than Vortex.
It's gonna be a... If they want to do like some dual lanes against a TA like Veno or Lifestealer, maybe they could run the Alchemist on the safe lane and maybe at least beat the other lanes. But Alchemist against TA is actually not too bad of a lane for him, but he's on the dire side, so he won't be able to do some ancient stacking of his own.
5 seconds remaining.
Well, the Naga for Lamb. So we'll see a support Naga here. Another way to kind of deal with this Lifestealer. And
yeah, it's very
DK are well equipped. They've got an instant Hex for him. They've got a lot of stuns. They've got Centaur's ult to run away from him. Burning, who's a naturally good carry against Lifestealer in the Weaver. And the Net and Song from Lamb if he gets the levels. Plus TA's a good matchup, so... this Lifestealer will not do it alone. Hao is going to need some help. His team's going to have to play well too. And on that note, Winter, it is time for game number 2 in our best of 3, our final match for Starlighter China of the day. And before we actually talk about it, I do want to mention that we only have, I believe it's only Starlighter America today. We don't have any Europe. Yeah, it's, let's see here. It's a day off from Europe, so we've got Starlighter America kicking off in about 6 hours, but yeah, let's introduce our teams now. This could be our final match of the day. Burning, going to be playing... I'll let you do DK. We've got Xiao8, Directorate on your Offlane Prophet. Banana playing the Ancient Apparition for Team Newbee. Trillion 01 in the best of 3. Moo on the Venomancer. Solo mid Veno, it looks like. Hao going to be playing your Lifestealer. And King J with a Smoke already online as your Alchemist. Both teams just defending their own jungles. Nobody getting aggressive.
Oh, they actually swapped heroes, I think. Okay, they're going to
solo
prefer
mid
to have the... Yeah, better matchup of a Veno versus CA. And on the Radiant side, thank you for allowing me the honor of TK, my friend. We have Mushi playing the TA. Ice will be on the Centaur this time round. MMY on the Shaman. Lamb will be handling the Naga Siren. And lastly, we have Burning once again on the Weaver. Hopefully he has a better game than the last game.
I like this a lot from Newbee. They've given a Sentry to Moo at level 1, so Mushi cannot meld dodge the Gale. So he'll be under heavy harassment. If they even goes for the early points in Gale, we might just see him not
You
bother
can't
with it.
dodge. You can't dodge Gale with Mel anymore. Gale
Oh, did they change that?
Yeah, they changed it.
When
Gale
did they
hits
change
in
that?
this- The
Was it
last.
recent patch?
Oh, sorry. It was the Poison Nova. I was getting it wrong. Sorry.
Okay.
Because
so you
Poison
can-
Nova
I
hitting
thought I was
this
going
unit.
crazy.
No, I was going crazy. It was Poison Nova, not Gale.
Okay. So you can't dodge Poison Nova by going Invis then.
Yeah, you can't. It still hits you. But he's gonna be ganked pretty soon. Lamb is surrounding him from the left-hand side.
They've got the Shadow Shaman illusion off to the bottom. I don't know if they realize it's an illusion. They'll go in with the net now. It could well be our first blood for DK. Moo suddenly 3 heroes mid. The shackles here, and it goes to Mushi. What a disaster. And he's rushing the bottle. He's got 6 tangos still. And he's almost got his bottle already. That is not a good start. Great start for DK. Bad start for Newbee.
Good game plan. Take the illusion, trick him by putting one illusion there, and then they know that they need to help the TA from the start since he's gonna have a bad matchup for him.
Speaking of Mushi, he's dropping quite low here.
No, he's fine. He won't die.
It's only a level 1 Gale, no damage there. And
doesn't have a salve though, so he needs to sit back until his bottle arrives.
Yeah, well, Lamb will sit here, help him out a bit. But bottom lane, this is really going poorly for Xiao8. Just not much a Prophet can really do in the 1v1 against Weaver. Just needs to hug his tower and get experience, but Burning has done a very good job of zoning him out.
Oh, he doesn't even have one last hit at all. After the supports went mid for the first blood. Okay.
Look at this. He's just diving Xiao8. Already. I mean, normally you wait a few more levels, but he's just going right into it.
Yeah, that's actually really good. Like, the Prophet doesn't have any farm at all, even though the Weaver doesn't have any support.
So go ahead and check this bottom rune. No lucky regen, though, for him. It spawns top. Moo will pick that up, but Moo doesn't even really need it. He's got full HP and mana, so... He throws out the Gale to Mushi, and Mushi won't contest this one, but... Ice? Nah, he won't bother.
Yeah, he's not gonna be able to reach there on time, but he's still getting pretty good experience from the offlane. He has like level 3 right now, and they actually committed like the supports in the lane. They didn't even go middle to help Moo at all. So I think Ice has done a good job on the offlane so far.
And now Newbee rotate 3 back top, and Ice. In terms of vision, this Observer Ward makes it very easy for him. So they have this smoke on out, but they haven't used it yet. The thing is, even if they do smoke Winter, it's going to be pretty obvious to him, because they've been stacking this camp, so he expects to see a support in this region, and he'll be able to tell quickly if they're not pulling this one. So you'll see him actually disrupt the stack here, although it might stack, and no, I don't think it's... Is it going to? No, they'll bring it back around. Ate the tree, so they just take the short route back into the camp.
He's trying to pull the wave. Okay, Exercise is still gonna get 3 creeps to farm, but
mid lane on the Mushi, they go with the TP, the Gale, and King J struts in for the kill. He didn't use his smoke though, so he still got it for round 2. I would love to see them just go right back in on Mushi. Maybe they need to wait for Moo's bottle though, because he's on low on mana right now.
It's gonna take a lot of effort to get the second kill since the Prophet doesn't have a teleport in 25 seconds, and like you mentioned, Moo is fairly low as well. King J is still waiting around, but he still doesn't have enough mana for both his spells.
He may be going bottom here to drop an acid spray and just slow down this push.
Yeah. I don't think they'll be able to bring down the tower to too low. They don't really have the best pushing lineup, and Prophet managed to pull the wave to the tier 2 just now, so there wasn't too many creeps tanking the siege, and the siege is going to go down right now.
And you gotta say that Xiaoweight's doing, sure his last hits have been pretty awful, 5 CS, but it's a tough matchup against Safely Weaver, and he's getting the levels. Already level 4, and he TP'd mid for a kill too, so he's done a great job so far in the soft lane. But now, as I say that, I jinx him. I jinx him a bit. They will throw us a stun on Burning, though. He drops low. Not dead yet. He jukes into the trees, has his Sakuchi soon. They bring down Xiaowei. Now Lamb retreating to the left, to the south. Goes another Burning, also on the run. Not gonna make it out. The bug for the tree man, the hippie.
Yeah, happy about that trade. The bug is the more important target.
Yeah, it did force a big reaction from Newbee, but then again, DK had 3 heroes committed there as well, so pretty even in that respect.
Yeah, and Ice is gonna be able to have more space to get levels. It's gonna get close to. He's gonna be level 5, almost gonna have closer to his level 6 Stampede. And interestingly enough, he actually didn't skill his return. He's gonna go max on both his nukes here.
In the top lane, there's just... Now they've rotated Burning up here, so Hal's gonna have a very miserable time, and they're actually going on mid, perhaps. They have the traps now. That can set up the stomp even without a Stampede. That's what they were looking for. Just get the traps and then go. And Moo, he's been picked on already. Meanwhile, bottom lane, though, they found MMY. Overextend is welcome, and nothing to do but die here. Easily dealt with. Now mid. Straight onto Moo. Trap gets deployed. Net as well, and the stomp, just a bloodbath. These heroes are just, some having a great time, and some not having very much fun at all. And Moo is definitely on that not having fun list. 1 and 2 already.
Yeah, he's very under farm as well. He's not too much ahead of. He's even behind the TA because of the 2 gangs. He's gonna have a tough game, I feel. Lamb is here, gonna spot up, gonna try and. Oh, he's actually gonna try and go kill Banana.
Oh, he's dead. There's a stomp. Double Edge is already level 3. Ice, slams it home. Gets the DD rune as well. And he could turn this around. King J's got to retreat. There's a trap. Oh, I think they could have chased that, but they are worried about the TP reaction.
I think they could have chased that as well, but Moo comes in from the side, throws down a Gale.
Oh, that courier has a lot. It had a bottle and shreds, but not enough damage to bring it down from the Venomancer. Meanwhile, Burning, he's gonna dive. No, there isn't infest. No, there's no infest. He could have died for that.
Yeah, he just got his level 6. He just got his level 6.
I guess Burning's thinking, Hal must be really close to level 6, and if he gets it and I dive, I have to waste my time lapse. But I think that's still okay. He probably
didn't even have mana for time lapse, actually.
Well, yeah, even with the stick charges, so that's why he didn't go for it. That's why. You're right, just a little bit short. How do you like this adjustment, though? Bringing the Weaver top just to try and slow down the Lifestealer? Do you think that's a good change? Because Xiaoweight's having a much easier time now with the Weaver out of his lane.
They feel that they are mostly forced to do so since they have Naga and Shaman. Both supports need a lot of space to farm, and they don't have anyone that can utilize the jungle since Ice didn't skill his return, so he can't actually go jungle effectively too. None of the heroes can go jungle, so they need someone to sacrifice and give space to the supports.
Oh, Xiaowei, you are in a lot of trouble here, buddy. The long range Strackle comes out, Stretch Armstrong at the ready. They drop the stomp as well, jams it in. And meanwhile, mid lane, Lamb wants to go in as well. The net will descend here, and Moo once again will be caught. No? Naga actually backed off to the woods. Okay.
Yeah, he saw the alchemist, that's why.
He's like, I don't want to... I was like, I saw the illusions, I saw the hero coming in, then moved my camera to cover mid, and then he just backed that second. Well, it's okay, though. He'll come top now. He'll walk into Banana, Ice Vortex into stun. Middle miscommunication here. Banana just backing off while King J goes in.
I don't think they would have gotten the kill too. He has like 1 point in mirror image to dodge the stun as well.
Yeah, and do you really want to be diving Naga when Weaver's waiting to turn that fight around? Pretty risky.
Yeah, they still managed to get the tier 1 at bottom with the wards. The first ultimate.
Oh, Moo, this will probably be death number 3 here. Can he dodge the stun? I don't even know. Is there gonna be a stun? No, not enough. The Prophet ult comes through, and he forces out the TP. Creates some space. And the Prophet ult he forced out as well. So that's a nice little play by Ice there.
Yeah, and top lane, it means that the Weaver is going to be free farming the lane after the last year left the lane. It's going to be just the 2 supports here. They can't do anything to the Weaver. They're gonna be rotating in the Lifestealer from the middle lane.
Well, bottom lane, they found Xiao Wei, and now the Shackle comes out. The Stomp's there, and they just nuke him down. Man, it feels like Newbee are, they don't have a tempo control. The Centaur's been going around setting up kills, and the supports, the Shadow Shaman and the Naga have been doing it, but for Newbee, you've got a Venomancer mid, not really the best ganker, Ancient Apparition not the best ganker, and only the Alk who can get stuff done, and they just haven't used the Prophet very effectively. It goes back to the draft where now you go to the mid game, and if they're not ahead, they don't have lockdown for this TA. Well, for the TA they do a little bit, but definitely not for the Weaver.
That's what I was discussing about with you when I felt that their last pick was something that has to stun and disable, or like a Beastmaster, for them to be able to find kills. Like the Alchemist stun alone wasn't going to be enough, but they opted to go a Prophet, which is, like you said, not their style. It's triple core which speed pushes and doesn't go and fight, and enemy Centaur and supports run around just pressuring the other lanes, and they are forced to just constantly react and not the ones initiating the ganks.
So now the wards get dropped top. MMY hitting level 6 and putting pressure on this tower. How? Not very well farmed, to be honest. He's even here with Burning's Weaver, and he's the safe laner. Burning's been in that risky lane, but getting a lot out of the off lane. And now they go in. Oh, they didn't get the shackles off. Now the turnaround, is it gonna do anything? Nope. Ancient Apparition off the mark.
Centaur has enough money for Dagger now at 10 minutes.
And the tower is denied. Nicely done by the Lifestealer. And will Ice buy it? Not going for
he's gonna buy it, I think.
Oh, I see Burning here. Alkston?
Oh, he's in trouble.
Is there a Sprout? No. He's creating a lot of space right now. Him and Ice. And then the supports are the ones benefiting. MMY level 7 at 10.5 minutes in. Lamb levels 5.5. So you compare that to these supports on Newbee, level 4 Alchemist. Ancient Apparition has hit level 6, but they're struggling quite a bit.
Yeah, they've been getting levels from getting kills. Like they have done very minimal of pulling, and those two heroes, like, they just got a lot of XP just by having good rotations. And look at the pressure they've put on Newbee, since Newbee doesn't have any tempo controller. They're just forced to be very safe, and their supports are just hanging around, so under farm, so under level, and they didn't really get much done. And just look at the Weaver pressuring on the Lifestealer so badly.
It's where you go back to the draft, and you really have to question Newbee banning Storm and Puck when Moo plays both of those heroes very well. I mean, maybe they were worried like Mushi might get one of them, but then just leave both of them in the pool and take one. But they didn't do it.
I guess he was already preparing for the Prophet since he took out those two. Like, those two are really good against Prophet. So probably he already, before the game started, he already planned to take Prophet.
Well, he certainly took it late enough, despite the early planning. But
yeah, I guess it's because like he knew that DK wouldn't take out this hero, since Newbee's playstyle, like we mentioned, was always about one tempo controller, so they wouldn't use Prophet on a player like Xiao 8, but Xiao 8 actually wanted to take DK by surprise.
The thing is, Winter, you run the Veno mid to beat TA, because otherwise you'd rather have the levels and farm on the Alchemist. Pretty obvious there, but the Veno didn't beat TA, and the Alk's now very behind.
He got ganked.
Yeah.
Wasn't even his fault.
Wasn't his fault, but now you're in a situation where you've got a woefully underfarmed Alchemist who's got boots and a Sage's Mask, no level 6, only 2 points in each of his nukes. And meanwhile, the enemy TA's got Blink Dagger, Treads, and a DD rune and ready to go in. Oh, they're Lifestealer bombing. Where did they go? Oh, back to the well first. And now they'll TP in mid. They're just gonna send 5 heroes. They realize these lanes aren't working for them. They'll try and force something mid, but this is where Mushi has a DD rune for a little bit longer. He can stall this push, and if they overcommit with a Centaur ult, Naga Song, Rasta, no wards though. No wards on him. But otherwise, it looks like DK want to fight this. Ice is ready. Blink from the high ground. Straight onto Xiao 8. It was a trap, but not a very good one. Pretty awful trap, actually, if you think about it. Now the net onto Moo. He'll be next on the list. Burning's going to focus him.
There's still a song.
Yeah, maybe not enough damage. Moo is a bit tanky with the buckler. Actually 17 armor when he pops in. Quite a bit tanky.
Yeah, but there was a lot of wasted time by the Prophet and the Lifestealer. Lifestealer didn't even get to complete his like armlet before taking that fight. He's like 200 go away.
Ancient Apparition ult comes in. They're gonna hit Lamb. This could be a kill. Yeah. think he's gonna shatter to that, yeah. Definitely gonna shatter to that. And they'll just keep on applying this pressure mid. So they lost Shao 8, but that won't stop them for long. And Ice is ready to go back in, but this time if he does, there's no ult, so he'll die for that. Is it a worthy trade though? No, not worth it.
Middle tower has fallen.
But I think that's worth it for DK still.
Weaver would be much more contented farming there. I have to agree with you, like, it's not very good for them to fight without the ultimate of the Centaur. It's not very good for them.
But Newbee are slowing down their own farm to do stuff like that. Your Prophet does have a Midas. Lifestealer's still the leader in CS, but the Prophet died as well. And he could have a lot more farm than he did. So burning all the while just keeps him farming.
He had his Midas up when he died too, so even worse for him.
And now he's just blue infest to farm, and if they saw that, DK know they've got 100 seconds with no real threat of a Lifestealer bomb. So now Newbee are really just focused on farming after that tier 1 mid.
But if you look at the heroes of DK, they are also contented in farming.
They're contented in fighting. They have a mech up on MMY.
Wow, he's actually... Oh, he actually went for a mech. I didn't notice that as well. He didn't go for a dagger.
Well, I guess they're just thinking when we drop our wards, we have Song, we've actually got a lot of crowd control and damage, and Weaver can fight early. We can just 5-man.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point. They don't need to initiate, they just need to drop wards and just fight there. And having the mech is much more useful than...
They're gonna wrap around with the Song, maybe. No, just a net to start. They'll try and bait out a rage here, but Ice tickles the beast, doesn't like what he sees, and he'll back off. The wards were dropped though, they'll probably be farmed here in short order. And Mushi, he'll steal the stack. A little extra economic damage, and now Ice, he comes back up. Just poking his face out there, but hard to use the dagger when you're up against all these Veno wards, just being spammed about. They finally clean out the roster wards, and that should be the end of the push for now.
They need to get the Prophet out on the map. He's not split pushing. This is not good for them.
This is like having your queen blocked in by pawns, Winter, you know? Or the rook even. It's not doing anything. There's no pressure.
That's why you castle early, so that you can get your other pieces out.
Well, now Newbee are castling very late. That's for sure.
I think they moved their king accidentally, so they can't castle.
Or maybe moving that queen puts them in check, or the rook rather. But we're getting our pieces mixed up. While that's happening, Lamb's dying mid. They do find a kill. Ancient Apparition ult's there, and well, now Banana's probably dead. There is a Sentry Ward deployed here, but Burning's got time lapse. And I think he gets this kill anyway. Yep, Banana fighting against the bug. Oh, just barely gonna live. 14 health.
He's gonna survive. If Burning had like more support, he would have died for the kill. But he didn't want to take any risks after what happened in the first game.
Now DK moving towards the Roche pit, burning up the cliff and Mushi into the trees. They'll clean up the Ancients here. And there's no tier 2 to pressure, so we won't see wards deployed for that. They're up soon, though. What's DK's next move? Seems like they can just farm, but I feel like with the wards and the mech, I'd like to just see them take towers.
They are waiting for the pipe. SSI just completed a hood not long ago, and he's 700 gold right now. He's very close to the pipe. Needs another 800.
I love these aggressive wards as well that we've seen from DK. Their vision when Newbee leaves their base is immaculate, and meanwhile, Newbee, it's just very defensive wards. Sure, they see heroes rotating through the lanes, but what do they do with that information? Their Lifestealer bombs can't kill the cores. They're not going to kill Ice. They're not. He'll just blink away or just ult away, and you're not killing the Weaver or the TA. So even if they have good wards, it doesn't matter, and their wards aren't as good anyway. That's a pickle to be in.
Yeah, that's the problem when they pick the Prophet and instead of a stun. The Prophet's gonna go in middle. Lamb has Song to get out of here.
Lamb? Well, he might go down here. He hasn't popped the Song just yet. He'll actually accept his fate. They take the tower during this time, and now the chase is on, but DK should be able to escape, and all the while, Ice, he's got his pipe now. He just finished farming it. Mushi's gonna wait it out under cover of Meld and Newbee. Give up another tier 2. And now the last one's being pressured. Who knew Centaur could split push? Even with only a pipe, he's still doing it.
Yeah, it comes down to the point where he just can't get killed. He just can't get killed.
These TPs, it's Shao 8's trying to intimidate him, but there's nothing intimidating about a Prophet with a Midas and Necrobook TPing in. I really feel they need DK to mess up. Because they can't force mistakes.
Yeah, we talk about the Prophet needing to get a hex, and he's getting the Necro Book. It means that they are never, maybe, not to say never, but it's going to be very hard for them to kill off any of these cores without any additional lockdown. Oh, this is difficult for them.
DK, I feel like they have all the options right now. They can force fights pretty well. They can split push very well. They can gank effectively. Or they can just farm. Whereas Newbee, I feel like the only thing they can do is try to bait out mistakes. But they can't really force the issue.
Huh. Look at this! The life's just hiding!
This creep's gonna die. The Prophet's gotta tank the wave to keep it alive, but this is still going down. That's a desperation tactic almost to go for something like that. I mean, really, it's like we're all out of ideas, guys. Let's just infest the fucking creep and hope for the best.
He was just hoping that Ice would come out like before, storm the creeps, double H the creeps, and he'll just pop out and kill him.
Hey, you can't fault him for trying, can you?
Yeah, there's like no other way for them to get kills apart from, yeah, maybe Ice accidentally runs into the concussion, but that's about it. They can't really kill him.
There are 5 heroes coming top for Newbee. Maybe they can bait in some over-aggression from DK. They'll deploy a ward around the tree line, and they see quite a bit here. They're about to see Banana and King J if they walk forward.
They can go in and storm, and if anything goes back, Song of the Siren and snare the
they see him now. But now they're also kind of trapped in an awkward position. Blinking for the Centaur, he's going to focus Banana on the backside, and Lamb just runs, and he can always get out of this. Ice still chasing, has his ult, runs on through, keeps on running. There'll be a Riptide here to clean it up. Meanwhile, MMY, he found a kill in the jungle, and now they'll bring down the Ancient Apparition. Lamb might die, but that's well worth it even if he does. Still has the Song, and the Rage still cooling down. They'll stomp Hao, they'll crush him. He infests, but even if he lives, it's still very, very painful right now. And meanwhile, Mushi, he's popped the BKB, but he got clipped by a Gale before doing so, it looks like. Nope. Actually, just the Poison Sting's low. Oh, Hao. Oh, Hao, you're not running from this. Blink in, right-click him down. DK are cruising. 10-6 the score, but it's a lot worse than it sounds. They've got a great late-game lineup. They've got the mid-game control. All tier 2s down. This is execution style. Just efficient, brutally efficient from DK.
Yeah, during that fight, the Shaman actually solo picked off the Alchemist. He got the Alchemist trapped in the walls.
Right here.
And there goes their only stun.
Yeah, you can't count Cold Feet. That doesn't count for these purposes.
If you don't count Vacuum and Shuriken Toss, I guess you can't count Cold Feet.
Yeah, I think that's fair. And now for DK, I feel like the only thing they really have to do, Winter, is just push in the lanes and then go Roach. Maybe heal up first, but they've got the items to roach quickly, the lineup to do it. And if things go south, they always just song and back up. And they won't even fully push in the lanes, but they're pretty well pushed in. Actually, yeah, they're fully pushed in.
He actually hasn't used his ultimate even once this game, if I'm correct.
Who?
The Song. I haven't heard the Song.
No. Well, you missed my performance the other day. Did you not hear mine?
Okay, the VTS song.
Yes.
A whole new world.
Someone said actually LD's a great singer. He would make a fantastic Song of the Siren performer.
Do you karaoke to practice that?
Yes, I train religiously, my friend. It's taken years of practice to hone my vocal talents. Toby ain't got shit on me.
Director's in trouble. Okay.
Yeah, they'll go now with the stomp, and he's just dead. Nothing for Xiaowei to do when that happened. Now it's at the point where maybe earlier he could have exerted pressure, but now DK are just everywhere. There's even a 4-step on Ice. And MMY has his own blink. This really should be checkmate. We'll see if DK screw it up, but it looks real good for them now.
Yeah, the king is checkmate.
Well, maybe. The King J dropping low, Mushi on the chase, cleaves his head off, and then they'll pop the Centaur up for the quick and easy retreat. Just surgical, really. Nothing Newbee can do. I feel like I've said that 50 times this game, but just given the draft, there really is nothing they can do. It was the lane. They had to win the lanes hard.
Yeah, they had to win the lanes a lot. And here goes Banana, another solo wards on the
6-1 on MMY. My goodness. It might go down here. He'll pay. This is going to be a big bounty. 700 gold into house pockets and the wards. That's another 300.
Oh, that's actually not worth it going back.
No, not at all. That's 1,000 gold practically, but they're still farming elsewhere.
Space created still.
Suddenly a Link gets a birding, and now the question is how do you kill him? You've got to Sprout or Cold Feet to break this Linken's, and then outstun him.
He's actually not that. I just realized he's also not that actually that farm. Considering they took all the towers already, his last hit is even less than the lifestealer.
Yeah, but this is where I feel like he doesn't need to be that farmed, right? Because you've got Mushi on TA, more of a true carry. You've got a lot of minus armor. And
we have a Centaur which we gladly re-evaluated as a strong late game core.
Yeah, we're the strongest. He's not going as much for the hard carry build, though, as he went 4 staff. No Shivas or Heart, but...
Radiance maybe would make him a hard carry.
I remember a long time ago, before they even changed Return, I casted a game where a Centaur went, like, early Radiance Rush into Shivas, into Heart, went, like, pure AC.
With his old ultimate, great Fortitude.
Yeah, like, pure hard carry, unkillable tank Centaur. This was back when I was casting Southeast Asian Dota 1. Oh, that 2 years ago, maybe.
That was years ago.
It was fun, but... Well, we don't see Centaur picked for his carrying potential anymore. I think they actually lost that game like 70 minutes in, too. That was the sad part.
It was percentage-based return, I think. His third spell wasn't like based on his strength before, it was a percentage-based or something. I can't remember.
It was flat. It used to be flat damage at one point.
Oh, flat damage, okay.
Yeah, it used to be a flat amount of damage for every auto attack, so it did not scale well at all.
The one now scales really good, have to say.
Well, Mushi's baiting bottom lane. He's just gonna start focusing how. Who's forced to waste his infest defensively, and they're just pushing top with Bernie meanwhile. Mushi continues pursuit, driving Hao back, herding him towards the base, while Bernie and MMY drop the ward stop. They start going in, looking to break this base, and Ice is not going to let Hao run away for free. Blink, nice rage dodge, but now he's wasted his rage offensively, or rather defensively, what he wants to be using offensively. Meanwhile, top lane, little action, but there's no infest here. This could be the death. If there's going to be a saw on a long-range net from downtown, catches out Hao, and the follow-up's there. The stomp, into the side blades, into the meld strike, and into the death of Hao. But they get off a great Venomancer ult, the Ancient Apparition ult, cooling down. Prophet ult's there as well. And this is going to go pretty well for them, actually. They'll even sprout out Burning. He could go down. Sentry gets dropped. Sakuchi's about to end it. Burning's going to fall as well. Just when you think DK are starting to close the bag and have it in the bag, they feed 3 kills away, only for a lifestealer.
But the top tower is actually one hit. Mushi's gonna go in. He's gonna go in.
He can't! There's refraction!
Oh, no.
Can they stop his TP? No.
Nope, they have only one stun.
And now they'll deny it. Clever, clever play. And now mid. Ice finds a solo kill and shall wait. But still Winter. The tower gets denied, but it's still a tier 3 down at 26 minutes. That's some serious territory lost.
Well, at least they got 3 kills in return, and they killed the Weaver, even though their lifestealer died. But yeah, it's getting from bad to worse for Team Newbee at the moment.
What I'm really worried about is honestly this Ags on the Shadow Shaman, because then they can just kill the Rax with the wards, pretty much.
Well, he actually amplifies 25% of his damage, right? It becomes 10.
Hmm?
How much does the Axe boost up his Serpent mods? Increases?
50 at level 2 and 55 at level 3.
A lot. It gives him a lot of damage extra.
Yeah, it's a lot of damage and it's more wards. It's a really strong upgrade. So, or did they change it so it's not more wards anymore?
No, I think they didn't change it. It's like 12 wards. Oh, here goes Mushi.
Well, I'm looking at that. Yeah, Mushi just walks in with the Aegis, but the follow-up's there. The Centaur stop comes through, and now Ice. The wards get dropped. They've trapped in Xiaowei. He tries to fight his way out. He does successfully do so. Pipe gets deployed. Now Mushi with the beekeeping, but he is on the retreat. Lifestealer doing work. Can they focus him down? They song. They forced FMMY back to safety. Well, Newbee, look at this. Signs of life with Burning not here. DK forced to blow an Aegis. Underestimating Newbee's strength in the 5v5 clash. The Ancient Apparition Veno ult combo, that's really what can bail them out in a very bleak looking game.
Yeah, those two outs together, they just need, and even the Prophet ultimate, it's just instantly the two supports are going to be dead if they get hit by it.
I still worry for Newbee though. As soon as Burning gets Desolator, the Rax won't just be taking chip damage, they will be melting to this Weaver.
Oh, Ice gonna run in casually towards them.
Just trying to create space for Burning to chip away. And I'll focus the range Rax. There's no regen on this, so it's guaranteed base damage.
is under attack.
That's a mistake you actually see a lot of newer carry players make, is when they can't guarantee a Rex kill, they'll go for the melee, but in this version, it's not the one to focus first.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, over time you are gonna get the range tracks down gradually.
Slow but steady wins the race, and Deso's almost out for burning. All he needs the recipe. He's not farming great, but it's not like Newbee are farming better, so I guess ultimately in relative terms, he's getting what he needs.
Oh, here comes the rat.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Cheeky, cheeky.
He's gonna get the tower down to half at least. Okay, more than half.
But this only works for the tier 1, so he can do it to one more tower, and then that's gonna be it.
The supports are gonna be really happy if he's gonna be able to take it. Oh, no one actually TP'd to actually deny the tower.
I think they basically were like, you know what, that's gonna die anyway the next time he goes for it, so let's just cut our losses. But they could have at least denied it, that's true.
Yeah, it's not a big deal for them, but the supports are going to be really happy now with some extra money. Anyone is going to be able to finish. I think they do not have any 4 staff yet. Do they have any 4 staff? No, they have 0 4 staff.
DK, yeah, no 4 staffs here on Newbee. DK do have the one on Ice Ice Ice. Actually, Lamb's picked one up as well. The Dire side does have an Observer Ward here, but are they actually going to be able to catch Ice Ice Ice? They blink in from King J, they stun him, but can they bring him down? H Apparition crashes through, Xiao A TP's in over the top, and the song ends the aggression.
Oh, that was such a good position for the Naga to be there, to just bail Ice 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 out. He was just at the right spot to waste everyone's time.
And suddenly Mushi, he's upgraded those side blades. Now they're dishing out crits. He's gonna be hitting hard. And Newbee will have a tough time dealing with this TA, I feel. They do have an Infest Bomb vehicle though.
Wow,
oh, this is gonna be clever. This could be good. Ice Ice Ice, not ready for this one. Now cold feet it up. Open wounds, 4 staff away, but he does have his ultimate to keep him safe. H Apparition ult to fly, and just off the mark. Oh, only barely.
Did he have it on cooldown at the
start?
start?
Yeah, remember he used it in this fight. The initial engagement.
Yeah,
I think it just cooled down. Because if it wasn't cooled down, he should have just used it, so I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Moshi. Oh boy, this TA.
But it hides from the unworthy.
She's got some backbone, huh? Just chops off the head of the Ancient Apparition.
And here comes the rat once more.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
This is it though. This is the last free tower Newbee are gonna get. The rest they're gonna have to earn. They'll have to earn them the difficult way. And I just don't see them getting the lanes pushed out. The only way they get a tower to me at this point, Winter, is if they actually win a team fight. A big one as well.
Yeah, if unless he tries to like just keep TPing and hiding and try to just cut waves out, maybe he can take a tower by doing that. Since DK doesn't really have super mobile heroes to catch him quickly, they don't have anyone that moves around the map quickly, so maybe he can just do that.
But there's the backdoor protection, so...
But you don't have to backdoor the towers first, you just keep creep skipping and just make sure DK doesn't push, and eventually you'll
it'll be a stalemate, I guess. DK will stop the wave here, Newbee will stop the wave here, and nobody gets
MMY.
anything. Caught out in the woods, and will he drop here? I think he's dead. Mech not gonna save him. So another nice kill on the back of the King J Blink. This Blink is keeping them in the game.
Yeah, that Blink was a crucial purchase for them. Without the Blink, there was no way they got the last 2 kills, and double damage, Roshan up, TA is gonna go for it.
Who do you give this to, Burning or to Mushi, you think?
Oh, that's actually a really tough decision, I feel. Both of them would benefit a lot with the Aegis, but I think you give it to Mushi because Mushi seems to be the one participating more in the fights, and Burning is just split pushing the lanes top.
He's gonna find a Weaver, or sorry, Lifestealer here. Bernie will. The Swarm actually missed. Well,
no, it didn't miss. It was on him.
Oh, it is on him. I couldn't see the health bar. Okay. Well, they'll still chase him.
He almost died to one Weaver.
And that's without the TA there. If Mushi ran the other way, he ran towards mid, or that would have been a kill. And Ice 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 will gladly clean up some of these creeps, but they do force a TP back to defend top. Well, deal with the wave. He'll take a lot of Necrobook gold and damage at first trouble. Can they look to snipe him here with the Prophet?
Yeah, they can kill him with the A and Prophet out.
They're not even trying for it, though.
Where's the A?
He just blinked into the trees, but it was a bit of a midget blink. Not the best range on that. And I was like, you know what? This isn't necessary. Just trolling around in the woods. Typical Ice Ice Ice.
Space creator, you know. You need one guy that does that on every team.
Yeah, I'd argue this game DK would have like 3 or 4 burning. Yeah, what are they gonna do? It's only the Alk that gives them a shot, and even then they've got to break the Lincolns first, so it's a very tough gank to execute.
Maybe the other way is like they get a Sprout on the Weaver.
Sprout and Cold Feet? But if a good Weaver won't stand still, so you can always just time-lapse out of the Sprout.
Yeah, the chances of that happening is...
But they might make a go. Can they break it? They want to open wounds first and then go with the Blink Stun. And they have found Burning, and he's trapped. Can they kill him in time? No time-lapse. They actually do get the kill. Burning. That was... As soon as that Lifestealer comes in, he's just got to run. Because now with the Blink Alk, he can't play the way he was before. Before that wouldn't have gotten him killed, but now it does. Newbee they're staying alive, Winter. They are still down 15k gold, 20k experience, but they are hanging on for dear life.
Yeah, the Blink Dagger is just buying them so much more time to farm.
Will King J be the hero?
He also has a gem, like he's the most important guy on their team right now.
Time for DK to smoke gank the enemy support Alk, perhaps? I can get behind that.
Yeah, why not? Get the gem.
It's not like this Lifestealer is going to outcarry a TA and a Weaver by himself, you know? And this Prophet's still... Oh, actually, Showite has a Hex. The Rat has paid off, but now what do they do with it? That'll be the next test. The Hex and the Blink on Alk, this could be enough to get them back in the game, actually, the more you think about it.
Yeah, like considering like the way DK has been playing the last 15 minutes, everyone is like split up across the map, 2 heroes on top, one Naga is always walking with the Centaur, and Sharma will be walking with either the TA or the Weaver, and Mushi will most likely be, most of the time, be alone as well and the Weaver, so having that Hex is gonna be pretty crucial for them.
Do you think DK actually has a plan to break the base? Because I thought they did once Shadow Shaman got the eggs, but now I'm starting to wonder if they just feel like they can't break it against HF and Veno.
They don't have the momentum of the creeps at the moment because the Prophet has been like ratting and pushing out the other lanes. Bottom lane, MMI is gonna get... Oh my god, he's actually worth a lot of experience to all the supports. He died 3 times like that already.
Level 6, he's level 16.
Yeah, he's level 16. He gives a lot of experience to everyone.
And he's dead for a long time too. 50 seconds on the sideline. But Mushi says, you know what, now's the time. Blinks directly on top of 3. Then the stomp comes through and they all start dropping. 3 hit the deck. Well, they got a Shadow Shaman Winter, but they were not ready for that aggression.
Yeah, they lost. Oh, they lost a lot.
That was just Mushi and Ice 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 hitting the kill switch. Enough is enough, they said, and they went straight for the jugular there.
Show them what we're made of.
That really was like a, you know what, guys, let's just go kill them. Come on already, kind of moment. That really hurts Newbee. Just when you're trying to come back in a game like this, and you have a couple, it's like you get 1 or 2 little pickoffs here or there. You got to wait a few minutes to get your next one. But the second you just give up that 3-4 hero wipe, it's all your progress erased. And the graph is still going up.
Gem is gone too.
Oh jeez, even worse than the graphs say.
How are they gonna pick off the Weaver now without a gem?
Look at this, Lamb's got a blink as well. So they've got such a good mobile defense mechanism for these carries.
Let's say they push out all the lanes and everyone is hitting towers everywhere. Lamb can just go towards where Newbee is trying to fight, go in, slong them, and the other heroes are breaking the other lanes. This blink is just gonna make him such a valuable asset for his team in the fights later on.
And also it can be an initiator perhaps if they really want.
Yeah, true. If the Lifestealer comes in with the rage and he just songs, blinks in and snares him.
Crouching Lamb. Hidden trouble. The fish lady is just lurking.
Did you actually watch the movie Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon?
No.
I thought you got that from the movie.
Well, yeah, I did. I did from the name, but I never actually watched the damn movie. I just thought it was a great name for a movie. Was it good?
Yeah, it was a typical martial arts movie.
That doesn't sound very good. You made it sound very boring.
What? It's a Chinese martial arts movie. It's good. Like a sort of like a maybe not.
Oh, Xiao Hei! Shao, wait, he was going for shenanigans on the hill. And Ice found him. The Sprout somehow pushes him like onto the side of the cliff. I have never seen a hero end up here in my life.
Why was he even there? Trying to place a ward?
He's been going to this cliff to farm. Like, he's just been ratting. It's like your pub prophet. You know when the game's lost and you're just like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm gonna go farm the enemy cliff.
Man, if the game is already lost, I'm like here. Like here.
Where are you?
Probably here.
Where are you drawing?
Yeah. Enemy base.
Oh. Off
the tree.
Yeah. Wow. That is an awful way to die, dude. Such bad luck. But oh, that's a big loss. That's their prophet. Not only is he an important late game hero, but he's one of the main threats for kills. So now DK get aggressive. They've got a fresh haste up on Mushi too.
Yeah, they need the Prophet to be pushing the lanes out. When the Prophet is down, DK can just make sure all the lanes are on Newbee's side of the map.
Keep on applying pressure. That's the goal here. Objective number 1 for DK, just keep the lanes in, chip away at the towers. The tier 3 has already gone top, the tier 3 bottom.
Mushi is pinging this cliff here. He wants a ward there or something.
No more. I don't think Shao 8's going there again after what happened. Fool me once, fool me twice, you know?
He has to try though.
He's gotta try something. He can't just sit in the base.
Yeah, he can't just sit in the base, like you said. He needs to just go out and just find an opportunity to just block off some of the waves of creeps.
They're actually gonna smoke, and Shao 8, visible, not actually in the smoke, and it's revealed immediately by Ice. We'll pop the Shiva's guard, and Mushi just looking for openings from the side. He won't find them. He won't find them. The stun's gonna connect to Ice, but it's Mushi that has a haster, not actually worried about it. And now the pressure mounts bottom. Lamb comes in. He can ensnare up this lifesteal. It needs to infest to get out of this, I feel. Burning. Hex, but 4 stepped away. Lamb keeping him safe. He's got a time lapse as well if he needs it. There's no bash. He'll get out.
He can actually drop the song to just buy time.
And now top lane. Mushi goes right back in. Just looking to chop up these racks. He does force out a glyph. And they'll have to bounce back quickly. Newbee are just getting completely outmaneuvered. Lamb's Naga has been playing. He's been playing this so well.
The next time that happens again, no fault, and Lamb can just afford to go in and song and disable the enemy heroes, and top lane can just break the racks.
Yeah, he can song one side, and then they just kill the other. That's the easiest way to do it.
Just look at the map. Newbee doesn't seem like a team that has Prophet.
Shouldn't he just be spamming his ult? He's been holding it for fight.
He should be at least TPing and outside the map, like enemy jungle, and just trying to block the wave of creeps coming in.
Sure he died that one time, Winter, but that was pure bad luck. Like, that's gonna happen. You can't.
He needs
just
to
give
keep
up.
trying.
Don't give up, Shao 8. Don't give up. But
you need to send him a message in Chinese. Don't give up. Give him some motivation, LD. Come on. Motivate the director.
Chinese.
How often do you get the chance to motivate the director?
I think he might take offense to my efforts to motivate. He's my idol, man. Don't want to piss him off.
Sometimes you need to take some advices on to writing better scripts, you know?
This is Lamb's nest, though. He's just perched on this cliff. Just like checking things out, you know, sees the Venno walking around. Just chilling.
Oh. Top.
Oh, King J just stunned himself. But Mushi blinks out. And now Lamb will go in. Once again, he was crouching in the trees. And he pops out, and the crit comes through. That Daedalus. Now, but Shao 8 could be next. The song gets deployed. There was no rage here in time. Wouldn't have probably mattered anyway. There's still a 4-staff. And they're just waiting for backup. No? Okay, no, they're not.
They were fortunate that there was no one pushing the top. No, the lanes at top and middle were very far.
Mushi has Divine Rapier Gold and a DD rune. Come on, Mushi. Come on, Mushi. Don't disappoint your fans now. Now the net.
Oh,
can he even he's got no way out. No way at all. Go buy the rapier. Come on, Mushi. Mushi, please.
He's not gonna buy rapier. Come on.
Come on.
You know that.
Burning sick. He can't argue with you if you buy one. Don't disappoint your fans.
He's gonna get like MKB or Butterfly.
Blink on in. They'll stun up Ice, but there's just no backup for this.
Oh, the Prophet actually stopped his TP.
Yeah, that was not... You don't want to be diving him when they're breaking the base. There is no zone here for DK. The only concern, really. But wards get dropped, and they'll split push it. Mushi just barreling down the middle lane. Well, Burning works on the bottom along with Lamb. And the Ward's doing a lot of work. They're cleaned up, but the Rek's almost dead. Still Mushi. Another set of Wards. Does he have Refresher?
Yeah, he has.
Refresher and Eggs. My goodness. And they get a kill bottom, but it's just about the Rex. GG! Newbee just gets swamped and completely thwomped in game number 2. Game number 1 was close, but game 2, a 35k gold, 40k experience blowout. Never really felt like they had a chance. They had that one moment in the mid game, but that was about it.
It's not a very suitable playstyle, I guess, for them. I'm not too sure about why they had the plan. Maybe they had something in mind before the game started. They wanted to do something, but they didn't manage to do it.
They were also banking on Mu winning mid lane as the Venomancer, and
yeah, that's a good point.
He just got shut down. DK just had his number. They ganked him like 5 times, three times I think, but it was a lot.
They played one scenario very well, which was the level 1 one. I think that was a part compared to the other 2 ganks they got. That was the most important time to kill the Venom off. The first one before he had anything, he was level 1, and once he died there, he was behind the TA and he couldn't really pressure the TA as much as the matchup would allow him to do so.
That's a great point, Winter. Well, your boys are through. Your good friends, Mushi, Ice, and the rest of Team DK. They move on. They have a date with Invictus Gaming in the winter bracket finals, and the winner of that match, guaranteed top 2 finish in the playoffs for trying a guaranteed trip to Kiev. Who do you think is going to take the slot out of those 2? They both could advance, but one of them is guaranteed after that series. Who's it going to be?
I think at the moment, yeah, I have to go. Like, I have to say IG and DK has the highest chance of getting the 2 slots.
Well, you got to pick one, Winter. You can't just like, I think one of them's going to win. Of course one of them's going to win.
I thought you said 2 slots?
No, yeah, there's 2 slots, but I'm saying who's going to go through first? Who wins the winner bracket final?
Who's going to go through first?
Yeah.
It's hard to say though, because Mr. Chuan is back.
Winter, I'm going to say it right now. Invictus Gaming, take it easy, 2-0 win. They look better. They're playing better.
I have to go against you since I don't have a choice now.
Oh, okay.
I have to take my side.
Well, but you've got Chuan as well, so a little Malaysian on Malaysian action.
But there's a Singaporean in DK, so
he's the wild card.
They lean more towards Southeast Asia since they have 2.
There you go. Well, Winter's just a homer, but IG looking very scary as well. They finished first in the group stage. They 2-0'd LGD, and we'll have to see. As for Newbee and LGD, they drop down to the lower bracket round 1. One of those teams goes home after tomorrow, but one of them will stay alive and fight the loser of DK versus IG. So guys, I'm LD. He, of course, is Winter. We are Beyond the Summit. You can follow us on Twitter, as you see, at LDDota, at WinterDota. If you enjoy our casting, be sure to support us. But for now, we're going to wrap things up. So thanks for watching, guys. Star Ladder America kicks off in about 5 hours. For now, it's LD and Winter signing off. Have a great night.